thought we were
Also,
waiting for 5 and 6.
did you
I
guys
can't
know
count.
that dolphins give each other names?
What?
Makes sense.
Dolphins give each other names.
Makes sense. I
Yo,
think
that's
it
my
Nathan.
boy over there, or what? Welcome back to the loading screen. We are going through episodes 5 of Fallout today. It seems to be improving. It seems to be picking up a little bit more traction towards the end of the season.
Yeah, I'm warming up to it for sure. I'm definitely a lot more is happening for sure. You know what I mean? And the way that ended too was pretty wild.
Dude.
Jeez.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Anyways, yeah. So, Goddard, I think you had a thought, dear.
So I wanted to take back my statement because I know I was hitting really hard with how I was kind of like unhappy with how the show is coming out. And as this episode alone has followed through, I really like all of the little small details from the game that they've put in. I like how, I don't know, it just kind of seemed like Lucy, like at first, when the show first started, she was kind of like by the book. She was, following all the rules. She didn't do certain things. And now all of a sudden, now she has, she's been in the wasteland for long enough. And it's like she had free reign to do whatever.
Yep.
And that was kind of cool.
It definitely is starting to feel like the actual game. You come out of, you're fresh out of a vault. You're choosing all the nice polite dialogue so that you're not like antagonizing
Went off like a
anybody.
dick.
You're still getting your fucking, you're still trying to put your feet on the ground and get a feel for it. And now it feels like Lucy is getting to the point where you get comfortable as the player and you're like, yeah, I can shoot this guy, or
I can
it's
just take
one
his
of those.
shit if I want to.
Exactly. She's starting to understand that the wasteland does not abide by her own ideologies and rules.
Mhm.
And one of the things that I want to know is how long she's been out there with the ghoul. Like, has it been weeks? Has it been
Right.
a month or so?
I mean, since the
Um,
events of the first episode of the first season.
I would say it's probably maybe a couple months.
Well, because if I remember correctly, from the last episode of season 1, Hank McClane is looking out on the horizon to New Vegas. So my thing is, number one, ain't no way his fusion core lasted that long.
No.
I'm just saying.
He had to have
Two,
made some or found some.
So yeah, there's no way his power core lasted that long. He would have either had to found one, made one, or done something. But I think
Man.
it's important to understand the timeline of how long that they've been out, because when I first played Fallout 4, I played it safe for quite a bit. You know what I mean? Because I wanted as many interactions as I could get. But then after a certain point, after my second playthrough or just being out in the wasteland long enough, I was like, no, your caps are mine. Put them in my fucking
Bunch of
pocket or
sparse
I'm
dudes and
shooting
shit,
you.
dude. I'm gonna carry it
but-
over here to where you can't see me, and then I'm gonna put it in my pocket.
One of the things that I think is really starting to bring the show together is the fact that there's more people now. Like, yes,
Yeah.
it's a Fallout show. Yes, it's a nuclear Fallout show. So I'm saying it's probably in the cabinet. But I think a lot of the thing, like, it's very hard to make a show and have it last or catch your attention if there's nobody else in it other than like 2 people. So the fact that
Right.
she's now in a town where we feel like she's either in the Commonwealth or actually, since she is, actually in New Vegas, it's starting to feel more familiar, I think. Left side still. And so I think that's what's important, having her walk up and she's talking about, do you have any more drugs? I could really use some more drugs. He goes,
Right.
go over there and just go to Sunny Sundries and get some Addictol. It'll wash that shit right out of you. And it goes from like 125 caps to 1,000 caps. Like, you're actively seeing things in the wasteland progress even worse, especially now that they're surrounded by like, what, 3 or 4 death claws?
Yeah, I
Right.
wanted to ask about those because I don't like. I know, like, do you fight those in the game? I assume.
Yeah.
Only if you're in power armor.
Bullshit. Sometimes you gotta struggle, my boy. It sucks. That
Not
shit's
me.
ass. He said,
Not
me. Not me.
What's funny? What's crazy about it is like, so if you're playing the game, you can either get to Vegas through the storyline, or as soon as you start, you can run through across the map straight through Quarry Junction, and it's filled with Deathclaws. Like that's like their nest, their main nest, like right there,
Jesus.
which is like right before Vegas. That's why in the episode you ended up seeing them inside. What was it? Freeside, I think. Was that Freeside? That no, that was right outside the entrance.
Yeah,
That was
they
right
were,
outside of the entrance.
and there was
But
what,
yeah.
3 of them? There was 3 of them we saw, or was there 4?
It was like 3 or 4. She said, "How big do these chickens get out here? Am I right?" And you're like, "Oh, put that down." Like,
Honestly, I don't like the change up for Lucy. I like it story wise. Don't get me wrong. Just personally, I don't like it for her. I'm like, no, Lucy, no.
she's so sweet.
Bro, and then she was
she
walking around
just
with
so,
Jet in her
like,
hand.
And I want her to stay like that. She talking about don't grab that gun. Bow.
I think that
Attitude.
I think that is honestly such a pivotal moment for her character.
Right.
Because in that moment, you almost see a reflection of her father who's willing to do whatever it takes to get what she needs. Now, obviously, we know that she wasn't killing him because she wanted what he had. It was more so like, you just killed Sonny. You're probably going to kill me. I'm going to. She goes, "Sir, don't pull out that gun or I'm going to have to maim you." Like, she's still working on her like antistic dialogue. And I love that because it does feel out of character for her, you know.
Right.
But it works
Uh-huh.
though, like the story and how the game
Yeah.
works. Because you really can get addicted to the shit. So it's fun. I'm okay with it.
You know, and I
Yeah.
think when it comes down to it, I think she has had probably the best character development in the show. But it's borderlining real hard on the Ghoul, dude, because the
Well,
flashbacks
he's
are
got an unfair advantage because like the first season was a lot about Lucy, but the show itself is like built around him. You know what I'm saying?
He's
Like,
been there
Yeah.
for all of it,
like
start to
Well,
finish.
and that's what's kind of crazy to me because in Fallout 76, they just came out with an update that has him in it.
Yeah.
And he's essentially like you go up to him and it's actually voiced by Walton Goggins, which is amazing.
That's
But
fun.
he is he's essentially a bounty hunter, right? And he in this moment in his life, it doesn't even seem like he's worried about getting out to the West Coast. He's just trying to get money up, right? And that's where you can see that he's comfortable. He can consistently and continuously buy drugs, right? Like this is showing how he's been able to stay alive throughout this entire 200-year period. And you know, it really is difficult because usually when you have a show or like a movie, you know who the main character is, but it feels like it teeters back and forth, almost like a GTA style. Like, okay, now you're gonna play as the Ghoul, now you're gonna play as Lucy, and I kind of fuck with that.
Yeah,
I kind of view it not that you play them all, but it's like multiple people's campaigns kind of connect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but I like that. I like that it feels like the game. It's fun, and I don't have to actually play it to understand what's going on.
Please.
Which is, you know what I'm saying? It's okay.
yeah, we can
I'll
definitely
play
do
it
that. With the new one,
play it.
when a new one comes out, we can try to do that as a
No doubt, if they put
Yeah.
him in the old games, then they're going to be in the new games.
yeah.
So,
They'll definitely be
Yeah. Well, and that's what I'm curious about because I think we touched on this a couple episodes ago, but we know that the new Fallout 5 will be based around the things that are happening in this show. And with that, you know, it could expand their characters from so much further than what they are now because we don't know how many seasons of this we're going to get.
True.
So
yeah.
is it,
I was
you
talking
know,
about that with Jalen earlier.
are you saying like it's going to follow all the way from season 1 and it'll kind of go from there, or are you saying it's going to follow with these characters after the series ends? But you know, I personally think that I would be okay with at least 4 or 5 seasons of this.
I think that they have a plan and they're writing it a certain way, and that's the reason they're slow cooking the arc
Hmm.
because they're gonna
Right.
write up until the game. You see what I'm saying? And they
Yeah,
cannot
that's what I
step
was just thinking.
on their own feet over here. You see what I'm saying? So whatever, if you're gonna connect the game, a game takes a long time to make. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So whatever they
Fix all the
start doing
bugs.
has to be the end goal eventually. So they just gotta kind of chop it up. But like I
Hmm.
like like I said, I like that it feels like a game. So even if you look at it from episode one, episode two, they show you that side missions do exist. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Mm.
Basically. And then they're like, okay, we're done with that. Let's really do the episodes now. Because that's why I'm feeling like shit's really going on. Now I got questions about the questions that I was questioning. And then you gave
Yep.
me a question and answered my question with a question. Okay? I don't have time. Like, help
It's
me.
literally like Kratos says, one question is answered and two more arise, you know, and you're like, you're
Damn.
not wrong. But one of the things that I'd never thought about until literally just now is maybe it also feels so slow because they're still at such a low level. You literally have to level up to get to
And the
the
bigger
finale
shit.
or the bigger shit. Like
Yeah, you gotta.
if they were a higher level, they probably could have fought a couple death claws or something. But it's very weird because they make them seem almost unkillable in this series.
I mean,
They'd rather just run. Yeah, that's the fact that the
but
Coolies.
I mean, if you're not
Was
prepared, Los, you should
terrified.
know they're pretty fucking difficult.
That's why you always got to wear power armor. I'm a Fallout 4 enthusiast. What can I say? Brotherhood
I
of
mean, I
Steel
have
all the
power
way.
armor too, but still, bro.
So I got a question. When it comes to the Fallout lore, do you know who dropped the bombs? Like who pressed the button?
No.
That's actually that. So that is
Um,
something they never.
I don't think so.
Do you think
I
that's
mean,
and then in this episode I may have missed it. Did they actually answer that?
No.
They still
And you
have
know
it.
No,
why?
and
They
Because
still
this is
are.
what Fallout does. The fact that they made it this far prior to the show, it still never told you how the shit. And I think that's why the show is really interesting. It's like they're giving people a shot because you
Right.
can make a show about a game and only attract the audience of the people who play that game. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
But when you flip it to like we're really gonna write a show,
oh,
now we're gonna tune in. And now the people who play the game, they're bound to be some haters who are gonna be like, oh, I'm not watching that shit. You know what I mean? But you kind of
so
have to because it's canon. You know what I
in the
mean?
games, in the games, it was strong evidence. They didn't really have like a specific person or entity that dropped the bombs, but they heavily pointed it to China. Whereas the show is they're kind of hinting at Vault-Tec doing that, so that way they could do their Vault experiments and stuff like that.
Which makes sense to
But,
me.
but
real quick,
they
is my
already
shit
disproved
tweaking?
that.
Am I still
No, you're
Yes.
definitely
Yeah, it looks like you're
am I pixelated?
yes.
a
No,
little bit. Not that so much now. Like it's a little bit, but it's really not that bad. Now it's fine.
But no, they answered that question though. Like they hinted that it was Vault-Tec, but he basically said it's not them. They're all idiots.
I don't think so. They are.
Hmm.
Because they did
And
these
in
they do these
the
projects in the vaults and all these experiments in the vaults, but they don't know how to contain any of their experiments. That's why they all break out.
They never was going to contain it. If you remember in season one when they first brought it up, they was just saying shit. So they're doing this just to do it because we
yeah.
can. There was never you're essentially you're gonna get nothing out of this. They know that. Let's just see what happens. Is the whole point. Like that is
Mhm.
Hmm.
Well, and
and
that's
that's
what blows my mind because they sat around that table talking like they were gonna make some money, but they're literally stuck in fucking popsicle tubes for hundreds of years with the chance of never getting out.
yeah,
I
assuming that the
do like
world's gonna be better or can be lived in or you know what I
Reclamation
mean?
Day, bro. Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, what makes you think you can start over in 200 years from a nuclear fallout? Stop playing. Like,
Yeah, seriously.
what makes you think you can do that?
I feel like
And
honestly, Hank is the only one with a plan.
Honestly.
Like
I don't know. It doesn't feel like he has a plan. It almost more so feels like he's trying to still put pieces of the puzzle together because at the end of one episode, when he's speaking in the microphone, he's like, at the end of this, you will be begging for my help. So one, who was he talking to?
Still a question. Yeah.
Two, what is there a plan set in motion already? Because and I guess there has to be, because for vaults 31 and 32, it seems like what's his fucking name? Moises Arias, his character.
Uh,
You do it about is it the one that Maximus killed?
no,
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 we're
Lucy's
talking-
brother,
Lucy's brother.
Oh, Norm.
Oh,
No,
Norm. He is in way over his head, and it seems
Yeah.
like the vaults that he freed might have a little bit more information as to what Hank might be doing, because they're trying to contact corporate. It seems like.
he's way over his head, but he's not using the one trump card that really. Hank is my dad. First off, let's start there.
He should be saying that, or
So
maybe
you're
not.
You're saying that I'm in over my head, but he's literally my dad. Okay, but he just found out his dad's on this devious shit. You see what I'm saying? But you still
Mhm.
can flex that. He's obviously a part of the same program that they are. So you don't know what has been transpiring. So even if you have a mission, I still can be the voice of reason because your niggas don't know shit. I mean, I don't know that much more about the outside world, but I know I was born in this era. You bitches been asleep.
Oh, and then like, to your point about Hank, he's been trying to do this like mind control thing for a
That's what I
while.
should have said. Plan
Yeah.
instead of plan, a goal. He was trying to figure that out.
That's what it is.
And it just so happens to work on the snake oil salesman.
I think you already have to have like a weak mind, because it doesn't seem like it seems
And
like
that
if
dude is
you.
dumb. Like that dude
I
is
don't know. He's
dumb.
still alive though, so is he? He's
I
a
mean,
snake
yeah.
oil salesman, and he's made it this
Bro, that
far.
This shit's a scam. Like he's literally like he just sells a bunch of bullshit, and you run into him in the game. He sells a bunch of bullshit and placebos and shit just to get caps, bro. That's it. But he's a shisty bastard, bro. For
And
sure.
he's the one who gave not Maximus,
Thaddeus.
Thaddeus his
He's the
serum,
one that
right?
gave him that little
Yeah.
There's still speculation as to what he could be. Like, I really feel like he could still be maybe turning into some different form of super mutant, because I did some research. There are 4 different types of super mutants in the Wasteland,
Yeah.
and I wonder if we're going to
uh,
see that.
What was it? Night. What their names are right now? Fuck. Anyway.
But I'm very curious to see what Vault 31 and 32's experiments are, because one, they're new vaults. Two, this is the first time that anything aside from the game really has gone in depth about what Vault Tech is about, or what Vault Tech specifically does, to the point of, we finally get to see an experiment firsthand. It's not like we're playing the game, have to log onto a terminal and just read about it. We're actively seeing it play out. And, I hope my boy Norma's okay. I don't think we saw that motherfucker wake up.
No, but he should be fine. The shorty who he was just talking to, she gonna come back.
I was waiting for her to come back, smash a bottle over that dude's
Right,
head.
that's what I was thinking was gonna happen too.
And I was like, somebody save him, please. But, I mean,
The 4 mutants, obviously there's different variations of the super mutants, like the Nightkin and shit like that. But then you got like behemoths, which is like big fucking super mutants, like they're huge. And then you got the ghouls and Wenamingos and Deathclaws.
there is a creature that my friend Red said that he could possibly be turning into, and it has like multiple mouths and almost looks like a melting creature.
I think I know what he's talking about.
sounds
But
terrible.
I can't remember the name.
I can't. Doesn't it have like a bunch of legs and it's like pink?
Yes, bro. It literally looks like
Yeah.
a fucking pink blob.
The episode was so good. So I didn't even realize that they wasn't in the episode. So I just thought about it right now. Like,
Who?
basically, I'm gonna call them the B team. Maximus and them. You know what I mean? Was they really in the
Oh
episode?
shit! I don't think he was in that episode at
No, it was
all.
literally all Lucy and Gould. Like,
Damn.
There was a
Damn,
lot
that's
of
a
lore,
really good point.
a lot of lore, especially in that like scene where he was drinking and going like that was.
That, but like, what else would you do in that situation? You know, you find
Right.
out that your wife is wanting to drop the bombs on the fucking world. You find out that, you
It's a
know,
centaur, Los.
thank you. Yes, Thaddeus could potentially be turning into a centaur.
Scary looking
But
as fuck.
but like in the promo for episode 6, one of the things that his wife says to him is, there are a lot more people out there way worse than me. And it's like, bitch, I literally heard you talking about dropping nuclear level bombs on these things, like on these people, on these cities. And you know, one, I'm excited to see how that interaction between the ghoul and his wife goes, because with the way that he seems to be wanting to get back to her, it just seems like what do you like what is his end goal, you know? He probably
he
wants his
still
daughter
loves
more
her.
than he wants his
That's
fucking
how I would-
wife.
That's how I would look at it too. Fuck her.
You think he still loves her?
I mean, shit, he turned into a shitty person, so they perfect for each other.
She's the reason he's like this. I would never forgive somebody for making me look like that.
I mean,
Never.
ain't this like indirectly though?
I mean, since it's not necessarily proven yet, but if I found out that my wife was responsible for dropping the bombs and you made me eat people, take a bunch of drugs, and made me lose my fucking nose, oh,
don't-
you're dead to me, bro.
I don't think they dropped the bombs. I don't, because I'm thinking about it. They really are a bunch of dumbasses from what I've seen. And then we got a stand-in for bro in the meetings. He didn't even go to them hoes for real, right? He
Dude.
told us.
He's Mr. House. Literally has a whole fucking fake Mr. House. That's hilarious.
Yo,
That shit
He's like,
cracked me
how
up.
long have you been pretending to be this guy right here? About 10 years. 10 years.
Dang.
Now,
Walton Goggins
said-
is hilarious.
he said whatever is gonna. He said I got a. He basically called it. He said the bomb's gonna blow up on your daughter's birthday. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. So if he's wrong, I mean he's right there. I don't see him being wrong about anything else. You got me down to the date you predicted it. It was right when the show came on. He was at his daughter's birthday party. Oh no, they was at a different party. They was at another kid's party, wasn't they?
And that's what I'm curious about as well, because it felt like they were at a different kid's birthday party going around doing like,
Like a
Yeah.
gig, like you know what I mean? It's,
which is weird because that must mean that him and his wife at least had some sort of, not agreement, right? But like if he's still going around advertising himself for Vault Tech, doing the whole, you know, that something had to have happened, which is why I'm very excited for episode 6, because even if it's just like a lore dump episode or just like a filler episode essentially for lore, I'm fine with that, because I want to know how you go from, I just found out my wife is planning on dropping the bombs, to, oh, let me still do gigs dressed up as the Vault Boy. You know what I mean?